All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's training. My name is Austin Zuloff out in Lexington, Kentucky. I am really excited about this evening. We've got some great training for you all, some great information. Make sure that you send any last-minute reminders to your teams, grab something to take some notes with, and make sure that you've got something to take some notes with, your people have something to take some notes with, and you're dialed in, watching, listening attentively, because we've got a lot to go over tonight. But I mean, it's exciting to say the least. I mean, we've got some value for you tonight. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So for those of you all that don't know, my name is Austin Zuloff. I am a Ruby agent here at Club Secret, and I'm very excited to be home. I'm so excited to be here with you all this evening. I want to talk about a few things real quick before we dive into tonight's training, okay? So first up is Playbook. That's just here in a couple weeks. I think we still have some tickets left, but I know that we don't have many left. Okay, so if you're going to go, which you really should, we should be selling out stadiums at this point, right? I once had a mentor of mine. This gentleman was earning over $300,000 a month. Whenever he told me this story, he said that he had really been wishy-washy in the business. He hadn't really made much money. He was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And he went to an event, a national conference for his company, and he really connected with somebody's story, and he took good notes, and he got a chance to really see what he was part of. And it took him from making just enough money to pay for his auto ship to earning over $300,000 a month and being one of the top income earners in this entire profession. And he said, big decisions are made at big events. If you look at our lead trainers, we've got Eric G, we've got Troy Brown, the Muzafer Najfi, which we're going to get a chance to hear from tonight, Carrie Schneider. We've got some incredible guest trainers. I would show up just for the guest trainers: Jeff Bolt, Roscoe Taylor, Michelle Taylor. So I know that they've got a huge announcement. They've always got promos and things that you're only going to get if you're in the room at those events. Okay, so it's like a big family reunion, and I would not miss it for the world. We've got people from Korea coming, from Colombia. I heard someone tell me earlier that, man, I don't know if I can make it. I live all the way over in Las Vegas. I'm traveling. Well, you can. You have my permission to eliminate that excuse. Okay, so I really can't wait to see all my family out at Playbook in Atlanta, Georgia, February 24th through 26th. We're going to have a presentation the night before. Okay, so on Friday, 7 o'clock. And so I've already got some guests confirmed for that. So very exciting stuff. Okay, one more thing that I want to talk about is the teamsynergyagents.com website. If you're not on this a couple times a week, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now. So I've seen plenty of different training companies that charge hundreds of dollars a month, thousands of dollars to sign up. I've been part of masterminds that were up to $60,000 to participate in, and they didn't have this sort of value and knowledge base that we've got available for free on teamsynergyagents.com. So I want to show you all something real quick. So the teamsynergyagents.com website it's got a ton of resources on it. So we're not going to go over the training, but at some point in time, you can do two things. One, go to teamsynergyagents.com, hit up the training, go to teamsynergyagents.com/past events, and check out all of the training that you can find in the past events. I mean, there's a ton. There's a metric ton of different stuff that you can find in the past events. But let's talk about the calendar real quick. This is something that we all need to be mindful of because we're building from event to event right now. All right, that's how we build, is event to event. So we all know that we've got, and by the way, if you can remain muted and someone is hosting with me and they can find who unmuted, there we go. Juice Odom, please remain muted. Thank you. So we've got the weekly synergy events, including tonight's training. So we have a training every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We've got power hours, we've got new agent orientations, and we've got presentations throughout the week. Folks, use those. But we also have leader-led events, okay? So if you go to the events and you scroll all the way down, you're going to get to see the upcoming leader-led events. Someone once told me network marketing is really about using other people's time, money, and energy. You use these people's time. It costs money to put on these events and to travel to these events, and they're putting forth the energy. We might as well use that. Okay, so here we have in Wilton Manors, Florida, we've got Melanie out there on Tuesday putting her time, money, and energy out there. We may as well go ahead and maybe go to Facebook and type in my friends in Florida and see how many people you know in Florida. Now we've got, of course, in Atlanta, we've got my good friends out there. We've got Janice Johnson. And so they've got every single Wednesday they're doing an event. There's the Tampa Social with Roscoe Taylor. You know, so I mean, there's so many leader-led events. You want to make sure. In Atlanta, they've got the Club Secret Socials with Jared and Kamitzi, you know, so, and Roy and all those incredible leaders out there. So you want to make sure, folks, I'm telling you what I know. You want to make sure that you go ahead and utilize those people's time and energy and the things that they're doing, because I'm telling you right now, that's a valuable asset that that you've got at your disposal right there. Okay, so in addition to that, I want to do some recognition real quick. This is recognition for week beginning January 24th. Okay, so these are just some of them. We've got some of our new bronze agents. Congratulations to everybody that's been rank advancing. I'm sure that there's plenty more than this, but I want to talk about the rock stars as well. And I also want to really focus on Rockstar. Rockstar is simply sponsoring 4 new secret agents with a pack, okay, in a month's time, within 4 consecutive weeks. If you do this and you've never done it before, you're going to get a free vacation. You're going to get a vacation for that. But regardless of when you do it, you're going to get double fast start commissions. Okay, so anytime that you personally sponsor 4 or more people in 4 consecutive weeks in a month's time, you're going to get double the fast start commissions. So you sponsor a pro pack, instead of getting $200, you get $400 a piece. Okay, so that's for me. That's what I'm into. Double your commissions. Work smarter, not harder. So lastly, what I want to do before I step out of the way is introduce you to a brother of mine. Okay, so I've known this man now for about 6 or 7 years, and I've known a lot of people. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people I've touched in network marketing. And I've known a lot of leaders that are earning lots of income, making $1 million a month, even up to $2 million a month, huge teams and all this stuff. And they're carried on chairs by their team to the stage and all this craziness. Muzafer has opened his home to me. He's opened his heart to me. He's been who he said he was since day one. He was introduced to me by my very best friend in my entire life, who's since passed. Muzafer has become my very best friend in my entire life. They say that leaders know the way, they go the way, and they show the way. And that's exactly what Muzafer does. He is the heart of Secret, our very own crown agent. out of Phoenix, Arizona, my good friend, our very own Muzafer Najfi. Muzafer, the Zoom is yours, my friend.
Hey, brother, I appreciate it. And hey, everyone, happy Tuesday. I think it is. I think it is Tuesday right now. I know I know we do this every Tuesday night, but it has been crazy. First of all, I want to say thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. Great job this evening. And I want you guys to know something. Austin does some phenomenal trainings, and I was with him. We were in Wichita together doing the regional, and he lit it up from stage. And someone that has made millions in our industry, and he was looking for the right home, and so he came aboard Secret and rolled up his sleeves and got started. And he's a total team player. So you go, hey, Austin, can you host tonight? Yep. Can you do a presentation? Yep. And they say that, I was told by one of my mentors that if you're willing to do everything, like everything, over time, you won't have to do everything. The problem is that so many people aren't willing to do everything. They want things done for them. And in this business, you've got to be willing to put in the work. And that's something that Austin is willing to do. He leads by example. He's someone that has been on the billboard month after month, constantly introducing new people to the business. And that's something that we're going to talk about tonight, is how to start a new team, because some of you guys have an organization going. Some of you don't. Some of you are brand new. Some of you just signed up. And so this is perfect. Some of you have a team and you're going, I need a new team, because I'm going to tell you something right now as we spend some time on this. And by the way, to all the leaders that are on here, welcome. To everyone that's gotten promoted, congratulations. But I'm going to talk to you about a new team. How do we start a new team? Why do you start a new team? And I'm going to share something with you as I share my screen and we go through this information together. And here's what it is. It's really simple. Hopefully you guys can see this, but what tends to happen is this right here is you. And obviously you guys know we build a binary. We build two teams. So people tend to go, what do you mean build a new team? Because you cannot do a new team over here inside of a binary, because we only build two teams. But inside the binary, you can build new teams inside of the binary. So let me explain for a second. My very first company in this profession, I was 21 years old when I got started. I went to university and I got lucky enough to play sports. My senior year, I tore my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament playing football in college. And I wanted to go pro. It didn't happen. I wasn't even close. I wasn't even gonna make it out of rehabbing my knee. And I saw a lot of my friends get to the pros, whether it was football or basketball. And I got introduced to this industry of network marketing. And I saw a way to make professional athlete money. I saw a way to get paid for playing, because that's why I wanted to play sports, because I'm a big kid. And some of you guys know me, some of you don't, but I promise you, all of you will get to figure me out come Atlanta, come Playbook. Listen, if you are not coming to Playbook, you're making a big mistake, like a massive mistake. I'm just telling you right now. I don't care if you've been to an event before or you've never been to an event. I'm telling you right now, I put up a video on Facebook. I hope you guys go watch the video on Facebook. It's on my page, and it is, or on my Instagram. And it is, I think, the third post down or fourth post down, somewhere on there. And you're going to see the importance of training. You're going to see why. You're going to see why when I talk to people right now, I tell them that if you are not willing to get trained, don't even get started with me. Not with me. Like, don't sign up with me. Not because then what I'm doing is I'm dragging them to success. Anyways, what I want you guys to realize is that when I was 21 years old, I get introduced to network marketing. And I made the mistake of thinking that I was an athlete and that I could figure this out without going to training. And I went broke. This industry broke me financially, mentally, emotionally, because I didn't want to get trained. I was so stubborn. I was so prideful. And so it broke me. 2 years. The only reason I never quit is I used to go to an office every day. And in that office, every other person was succeeding except for me, but everybody else was going to training. except for me. And so I wanted to know, like, what is it that you do? What do you do? And everybody kept saying, you need to go to training. And I'm going, what is it that they're really going to teach me that you can't? Like, what is it? And I remember being told that if I knew what I needed to know, then I would have already have learned it. I'll say it again. I hope you guys write it down. If you know what you needed to know, like if I know what I needed to know, then I would have already have learned it. Oh yeah, people are joining right now. I hope you guys are texting your team going, oh man, I hear it. Look, just like tonight, I'm telling you right now, I hope all of you are going to watch, whether you like basketball or not. History more than likely is going down tonight. And I don't know the next time it's ever going to happen again where LeBron James will break the scoring record. Whether you're a fan of his or not, no one can argue the fact that he's about to be the #1 scorer in the history of the NBA. And if it doesn't happen tonight, it's going to happen on Thursday. But what I want you to realize is that when you look at it, you know, and an NBA player sees another NBA player, I'll make you a promise. If an NBA player is not playing tonight, they're watching this game because history is happening. So I hope you guys are texting your team going, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but history is happening tonight, right now. Not the game. The game is in an hour. So just stay on here. We're good to go, but it is going down. And some of you guys are like, hey, man, wasn't it going down last week? Yup. And it's going down again this week. I'm just letting you guys know it's going to go down. And by the way, it's going to go down at Playbook. So anyways, I was 21 and I didn't go to training for 2 years and I went broke. And the only reason I stayed is I saw so many other people succeeding. And my brain said, if you can succeed, I can succeed. You know why? Because God made both of us. God doesn't make any junk. You breathe, I breathe. You put your pants on one leg at a time, I put my pants on one leg at a time. Like I sat there and thought of things like you eat food going in your mouth and stuff comes out the other end for you, just like me. Now, I know that sounds kind of gross, but I mean, I'm stating the obvious. I'm just saying that nobody on this Zoom or in this company is superhuman. There's nobody that eats without going to the bathroom at some point. Like you got a #1 or #2 because you're human. Like you have to do this stuff. So my brain said, if we're both human, how is it that you're making $7,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000? Like, what is it that you're doing that I'm not doing? What is it that you're saying that I'm not saying? Because this business had nothing to do with how tall I was, how fast I ran, how high I could jump, what kind of basketball shot I had. Can I catch a football? Can I hit a baseball? Can I shoot a hockey puck? Can I kick a soccer ball? Like, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with it. There's like some God-given talent that comes in professional sports, and then you have to practice and you have to put in the work and you do have to work. However, network marketing to me can be a professional sport, but the difference is you don't have to be born with God-given talent. You can learn this. And so what I want you guys to realize is that in my first company, we weren't building 2 teams. We weren't building a left and a right team. We weren't doing that. What we were doing in my very first company was this was me. And we had to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We had to build 10 teams, guys. 10. So we had to have 10 different teams that we had to work with. That was my very first company. My second company, this was me, and they said, in order to be at the top of the company, you need to help 4 different teams reach the level of executive director. So what I learned in my first company was, Muzafer, when you have 10 teams, you will have 3 teams that have a good month and 3 teams that have a not so good month, but you will have 4 teams that will remain consistent. And that's why the CEO made us build 10. So when he taught that to me, I said, wow, My second company, they said, hey, to be at the top, you need 4 teams. I said, well, if I only need 4, then I'm going to build 6. Because if I have one that's having a good month, the other one that's not having a good month, I need 4 consistent that will always keep me qualified. So what happens is that if you know you got to build 10 teams, how many people are you minimum recruiting? 10. But here's the truth. You're not going to have the first 10 people you talk to build massive businesses. That's called a lottery ticket. Like, that's what it's called. You're not going to talk to 10 and have all 10 say yes. You're not going to talk to 10 and all 10 sign up. You're not going to have 10 signups and all 10 of them be at the top of the company. It's not going to happen. I wish that was the case. It's just not going to happen. This first company taught me a work ethic. It taught me something that I'll forever be grateful. And what I did is I took that work ethic and I put it into this. And then I took that work ethic and I put it into this. Right? So here, what it taught me is that even though I'm going to have 2 teams, I'm going to go out and recruit more than 2 people. So then I started looking at binaries and they were like, Muzafer, here's the deal, is that you want to have 20 people that you have personally recruited on your left team and 20 people that you personally recruited on your right team. This is called 2020 vision. That's what this is called, 2020 vision. I will see clearly now that the sun I'm just kidding, right? But this is 2020 vision, right? This is something that you want to do. So looking at it, I'll tell you about me. I can only tell you me. There are people that have done way more than me, and there are people that have done less than me. I can tell you that me personally, being Muzafer, I have sponsored more than 100 people into Secret. More than 100. And on Saturday, I sponsored somebody new. I sponsored a young lady named Maddie, right? It's someone that I personally sponsored. Between Maddie and a really good friend of mine from a long time ago, Daryl, they're business partners, right? So Daryl and I reconnected after, gosh, we met around 2006, 7-ish, somewhere around there. And then after about a year, we kind of lost contact. Life got in the way and we went in separate directions. And he lives in Arizona. I live in Arizona. And we ended up reconnecting 6 months ago. Went and did lunch. And then about a week ago, he was like, hey, I've got to introduce you to somebody. And so I met this young lady that's extremely sharp. She's never been in network marketing before. She has a business mind. And Daryl's like, look, she's a go-getter. Muzafer, she makes a phenomenal income already, but she has people that trust her, that respect her. She has a presence online. And right now she's looking for an additional, because most successful people, and I'm telling you, she's made over $100,000 in a month before, right? She's done it month after month. And most people that are successful, and by the way, she has 2 wonderful kids. Most people that are successful, they want multiple streams of income. Most people that are successful, they're thinking of how do I leverage what I have to create more, right? That's just what happens. They have that mindset, that thought process. So when we met, she said, listen, if you'll show me how to do this, right? I'm in, like, I'll get started. Just tell me exactly what to do. So I'm going to tell you the steps of what we did to build this new team. And they already have about 10 people to 12 people, something like that on their team already. And we just got started. Like, we just got started. Okay. So I want to explain to you, first of all, why. Why am I sponsoring a new team? When I have quite a few, if you want to look at my organization, I don't know the exact numbers, but we have a lot of platinums, God bless, a lot of rubies, a lot of diamonds, blue diamonds. In October and November, Jesse and I, by the way, if you guys don't know, he's my business partner. He's one of my best friends. Jesse Mack and I, we build this business together as business partners. Now, he's my sponsor, right? Jesse's my sponsor, and he's a phenomenal sponsor. But we look at each other as business partners. So even though it goes like this, it goes Jesse, and then it goes Muzafer. It goes just like that. And there are people that have a hard time admitting who's above them, why? Like, why does that bother you? Like, what matters? I love talking about the fact that I've got someone that's like my little brother, that's my sponsor. He's a talented young man that has a heart of gold, and he works his butt off, right? So anyways, we look at this business that's underneath Muzafer, and we work it together. Now, he's got a phenomenal team outside of me as well, but we literally work this one together as partners. So in October, November, we helped 2 new people go Blue Diamond, right? 2 new people go Blue Diamond. And these 2 people are phenomenal. One is a lady named Allie. The other one's a lady named Jisung. Phenomenal young lady, right? God bless. We also have red diamonds in our business. We have crowns in our business, right? And so why would I sponsor a new team? Because I've always said that I'll never ask you to do something that I'm not doing. I'll never ask you to do something I'm not doing. I'm still sponsoring people, still, and working with a massive organization, God bless. Right? So the question is why? Why? Well, a few reasons. I found a sharp lady and a sharp gentleman, right? And they're business partners, and the 2 of them are hungry, and they're ready to work, and they're ready to run. Number 2, a really good friend of mine taught me that you keep what you have by giving back, right? And I believe that these individuals can really go up the ranks in secret. I really believe it. Like, I wholeheartedly believe it. So what happened is I'll tell you the process. Now, he's on the Zoom, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, and he'll sit there and for those of you guys that like, it's funny, a lot of us know each other and some of us don't, but I'm going to tell you what we did, right? So what happened is that this is me, right? And this is Daryl, right? So what happened is that we went and met for lunch, right? We met for lunch. He told me what he was doing. I told him what I was doing. And so many of you sometimes are scared to have that conversation. But when I talked to him about what I was doing, man, I was excited. I was more excited about what I was doing than he was about what he was doing. And that's something that I'm going to ask you. How excited are you about your secret business? Right? Everybody wants to recruit a new person or recruit a team and all of that stuff. I'm telling you right now that my belief is high. Because my belief is high, my excitement level. All right, we all kind of get it anyways. You don't have to spell correctly to work in our business, but excitement level is high. Because my belief is high, my excitement level is high. Because my excitement level is high, I dance, literally, like my eyes dance when I talk about secret. So do your eyes dance? What do I mean by that? It's like when I talk about my daughters, my eyes dance when I talk about my daughters, when I talk about my spouse, when I talk about my baby is my secret business, right? And so knowing all of this, me and Daryl did lunch, my eyes danced when I talked about secret. He was frustrated when he talked about where he was career-wise. And then what happened is that we followed up. Okay, so I'm teaching you guys. A lot of times you think that if somebody doesn't sign up on the first go around, that's it, forget it, don't do anything. Write this down. My fortune will be in my follow-up. My fortune will be in my follow-up. Write down, no is just a not now. There is no such thing as no. It's just a not now. See, in my brain, I don't hear somebody that tells me no to this business. I only hear not now. It doesn't matter what they're saying. It's just not now. Like, I don't hear, oh, I can't afford it. I don't have time. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't hear any of that. I hear, not now, That's what I hear. Everything else is gibberish. In my brain, all they're saying is not now. That's it. Until how long, Muzafer? And some of you guys have heard me say this before. I will follow up. Follow up. Until when? Until they join my business. Like, that's it. Like right now, like, let's just stay on that path right there. Because I believe people go in and out of what's called the looking zone. People go in and out of this thing. So sometimes when you're talking to people, they're at such a low point in their life that they're not ready. They're not, no matter how great this opportunity is, it doesn't matter. They're not ready. So they might be here. But most of you, you take rejection to heart. You do. You take rejection to heart. And you think because somebody says no, that they're never going to do network marketing or never do this business. Because I've had people tell me, hey, don't ever call me again. I'm not going to do it. I'm never going to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to see it. And I believed them. I could think of a friend of mine, a really good buddy of mine. Man, he was, can I say this? I think I can say this word because they say it on TV. I can say the word ass, can I? Like, he was an ass. I don't know if it's offensive, please forgive me. But you guys know what I mean. Like, he was I'm sorry, but that's what he was. There's a second word after that, ass. Right? So that's what he was to me. That's what he was to me. A friend of mine. That's what he was to me. I've been in network marketing for 27 years. And this dude was an ass. Oh, you understand? Like, I didn't say the whole word, so just so y'all know. He was that way for 23 years. 4 years ago, he joined another network marketing business. 4 years ago. Do you know why he didn't join mine? Because I never called him. Because I believed him when he said, don't ever call me. I'm never going to do it. I don't do those things. And he went from job to job to job to job to job to job. And he was going in and out of the looking zone fast. I never caught him when he was here. And then he had some success. And then I never caught him when he was here. And he had some lows. He had some highs. He had some lows. He had some highs. And when he was going this way, somebody caught him. And he saw the industry. And you know what he said to me? Man, I don't know why people don't do this. This is the best thing ever. I've built a team really fast, Muzafer. I should have listened to you a long time ago. I said, you want me to choke you now or later? But the thing was, is that I believed him, guys. I believed him. So you know whose fault it is? It's mine, not his. It's mine. Yeah, but Muzafer, he told you no. No, he told me not now, but I heard no at that time of my life. Today, I don't hear no, I hear not now. So my friend Daryl and I had lunch, and he technically told me no without really saying much, but I didn't hear it. I just heard, not now. That's what I heard from Daryl was, not now. And then Daryl reached out to me and he said, listen, I have my business partner named Maddie, who's a beast, Muzafer. You need to meet her. And I said, okay. And we sat down and we met. And our first meeting with me, Daryl, and Maddie. So now we go here. So now it's me, Daryl, and Maddie. was where? It was at lunch. And you know what? We talked a little bit. We talked about what she wanted. We talked about where she wanted to go. We talked about what she had right now. And she said, Muzafer, I have a lot of people right now that have either struggled financially or their credit was shot or this or that. I have a following that needs help with finances. And I said, great. And we talked about not only giving them information, but giving them an actual opportunity that can give them a second income or a primary income. And she was like, I'm in. And I said to her, I said, Maddie, I said, listen, I said, for me, I said, the only way I'm going to work with someone is if they get trained. And I told her about Atlanta. She goes, I'm going. Like that was her response. I'm going. I mean, I'm already there. And I said, okay, great. And at first I was like, man, that was kind of quick. That was kind of quick. Like she didn't even hesitate. She didn't even hesitate. She didn't say, Muzafer, I got a 1-year-old. Muzafer, I got a 10-year-old and a 1-year-old. Like, I don't know. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on. Like, I run multiple successful businesses. And no, she got nothing. There was no excuse coming out of this young lady's mouth. It was, all right, I'm there. Today, I went to her office, her and my buddy, right? They're business partners. I went to their office here in Arizona. And I said, because we talked about training, and I said, have you gotten your plane ticket yet? And she said, what do you think? That was her response to me. What do you think? And I looked at her and she goes, no, what do you think? And I'm smiling. She goes, what do you think? And I said, okay. She goes, of course I got it. She goes, I told you, I'm already there. I'm ready. And now she's like, hey, I have a big following of people in Atlanta. Can we meet with them? And I said, absolutely. When do you get in? She goes, I get in Thursday night. I go, but there's a presentation Thursday evening. And she looked at me. I go, yep, you got to change your flight. You got to change your flight. Now, some of you are scared to have these conversations with somebody. Some of you would just say, she already got her flight. I don't want to say anything. I told her, I said, Maddie, how important is it for you to meet with these people from Atlanta? She goes, very important. I said, you need to change your flight. What we need to do is put something up that you are going to be there. It's going to be the first time you're going to meet a lot of them because everything you've done has been online. It's going to be the first time you meet them. We'll meet them at 6:30 together, you and I. We'll meet them at 6:30. At 7, we're going to do a get-together for a presentation in Atlanta where 2 of our best presenters will be there. I said, so you and I will meet with a group of people from Atlanta, get them to go to the presentation. And then when the presentation is done, guess what we're going to talk to them about? She said, the training. Like, she got it, guys. Now, this is not going to be every person you sign up. However, if you lead them, you have a better chance of this being the conversations you're in. Listen, I just want you guys to know, and I hope you write this down. And if you guys listen, if you're not writing some of this stuff down, I don't know what you're doing on this Zoom. Like, this is not here. This is not entertainment, right? How am I writing all this stuff down? Because I've done it over and over and over again, right? And Austin warned you. Austin was like, man, y'all better have a notepad and pen. If not, you don't know Muzafer, right? So I'm just, look, Austin's taking notes, right? So I just want you guys to understand something. This, what I'm about to tell you, is one of the most truest statements in our business. If you don't lead people, they will leave you. If you don't lead people, and you should write down, if I don't lead people, they will leave you. Please take that serious. People will do what you do and not what you say. Right now, everything is about playbook. Everything. Every conversation I have is about playbook. Don't ask for my mentorship if you ain't going to playbook. Don't ask for me to help you if you ain't going to playbook. And so we were sitting there having this conversation, and Maddie was like, "Hey, Muzafer, I have someone that I learned from, someone that's a trainer." And one of the things that he said is that it's as human beings, we'll figure it out if the value is there. That's one thing about human beings. We'll figure it out if the value is there. I said, look, that's all it is. And my buddy Daryl said, Muzafer always says it's about value. It's about value, guys. That's all it is. It's about value. If I told you that if you come to Playbook, that I will guarantee you $1,000 a month income every month for the rest of your life. If that's what I guaranteed you, would you be in Atlanta? Like if I guaranteed that to you, people go, oh man, of course I would. Okay. How do you know that's not the situation unless you get there? What are you saying, Muzafer? You're going to guarantee me? Listen, I'm going to guarantee you that your life will be better off for going to Atlanta than without going to Atlanta. Now, if your life is not worth more than $1,000 a month, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you right now, I didn't say your business, I said your life. That includes your business. That includes your financial business, your health business, your relationship business, everything is your business. Everything is. If you're not in ATL, February 24, 25, 26, February 24, 25, 26, you're missing it. You're missing it, guys. So now what did we do? Okay, so Maddie got started. Daryl got started. Then they introduced me to a young lady named Rachel. Man, go-getter. I loved it, right? When I was talking to Rachel. Now, you know what? All of these people watched the 12-minute video. They watched the 12-minute video. And then what I did, so with Maddie and Daryl, I met with them first. Then they watched the 12-minute video. With Rachel, she watched the 12-minute video. Then I met with her. So whether you meet with them and then they watch the video, or they watch the video and then you meet with them, either one is great. I love meeting with people through face-to-face, Zoom or in person. Now, if I had to choose, I would have met with Rachel in person. Man, she's a go-getter. She's in Maryland and she's a go-getter. And she was like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. And then I met with Natalie, right? And Natalie is a go-getter. And she's hungry. And she's like, Muzafer, I'm in mortgages and I need to get out. Like, I got to get out. Like, I got to get out. Like, I'm ready to get out. And so then we said, all right, listen, our next step is we have to do a launch with a group of people. And Maddie was like, I got groups, I got social media, I got this. I said, Maddie, hold on. Don't post everywhere yet. Don't post everywhere yet. Let's do a small group, because what's going to happen is this, is that, yes, you have access and contacts. Here's the best part. This young lady was not scared to talk to anybody because she believes, remember I said believe? She believes she's given them a gift. Some of you guys think you're getting people into something. She believes she's giving people a gift, an opportunity. It's a gift, guys. So I said, Maddie, I said, listen, these are all your social contacts. And you have a lot, like she really does. She has a lot of social contacts. I said, but what you need to do is you need to go after the contacts that you know that you have a relationship with and give them the opportunity to be on top. What you do is we show them secret, right? We have them watch the video and then we do a Zoom. And then when we do the Zoom, when we're done, we show them this. Maddie is about to go after these people, which are in the thousands, tens of thousands, this right here. And you can either be on top, you can be in the middle, or you can be at the bottom. So I did a Zoom on Sunday. So we met. Then on Saturday, Maddie got signed up. Daryl got signed up. Nicole got signed up. Rachel got signed up, right? What happened is that on Sunday we did a Zoom. We told them all to invite people. We had 25 people on the Zoom. I said, Maddie, you're going to do the introduction. I want you to tell why you're doing this. Then you're going to introduce me as your expert. Then when I'm done, Maddie is going to close up. And now we have about 12 people on the team. Sunday and Monday. Today I met with them, which is Tuesday. And Maddie was like, I need this to go faster, Muzafer. This ain't fast enough. 12 people? She goes, and she didn't say these words, but I could hear her. Because she goes, I like to teach people how to be a boss. I love it, right? She has fun. Maddie has fun. And she goes, this ain't fast enough. And Daryl said, Muzafer, we want to manage our expectations. Like, what do we need to do? And I said, it's real simple. What do you want? And we went through it, right? So when you look at, and I said, you know, if you look at Platinum, which is doing 20,000 and 20,000 in business, you look at Ruby, which is 40,000 and 40,000 in business. You look at Diamond, which is 80,000 and 80,000 in business. And obviously you got to help somebody reach a rank. So there's one more added to it, but I'll get back to that. Then you've got Blue Diamond, which is 200,000 and 200,000 in business. And I said, I did this my first 10 days. So when I resigned as vice president of field development in secret, I went to work and she said, whoa, hold on. How? That was her question. How did you do that? I said, Maddie, do you remember what we did? She said, yes. I said, we met. Got signed. We met. Sorry. We met before Saturday. Okay. You got signed up on Saturday. I said, Sunday, we did a presentation for 25 people. I said, and today is Tuesday. She said, yes. I said, I said, the day I signed up, I would have done 5 to 10 more presentations. How did I do this? I was doing 5 to 10 presentations every day. Can I tell you why? I was hungry. My first mentor was worth 600 million. And the advice he gave me, and everybody listened to me, and I hope this sparks somebody on this Zoom. He said, Muzafer, learn how to present. Learn how to present your opportunity. Once you learn how to present your opportunity, you will never go hungry a day in your life. You will never go broke a day in your life if you learn how to present. You know why? Because you can always find someone to present to. Listen to me. You can always find someone to present to. So for me, I learned this presentation just like you learn your favorite song. I don't know what your favorite song is. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Whatever your favorite song is, you know all the words to that song. How much money is it making you? What if you learn the words to this presentation? The PowerPoint. I showed you how to do a presentation last week. Was that last week? Does that anybody remember? Man, my weeks are flying by. Was it last week, Austin?
Yeah, it was last week, brother.
It was last week. I taught how to do a presentation. So I did it. Well, wait a minute. Don't y'all remember? I challenged you. I said, I just met with somebody today. It was Tuesday. I challenged all of you to go do a presentation in 72 hours. Why? Because I understand people have jobs, people are doing this business part-time. I'm not trying to force you to be me. Right now, I'm going to give you everything that I did, and you can do half of it, a quarter of it, a tenth of it. It's up to you. I was sick and tired of not being where I wanted to be. So many of you, right? And I'm saying this with all due respect. There are people that are more mature than me in age on this Zoom. There are people that have come from different walks of life, different religions, different ethnicities. And I want you to listen to this out of pure respect. And I mean this respectfully to all of you. I had a neighbor. My neighbor had a dog. My neighbor's name was Rob, and he had a daughter named Annie. And my daughters and Annie will play. And I went over to my neighbor's house and I said, hey, Rob, man, listen, I apologize, but, you know, I needed to borrow something. And it was something from my backyard. Rob was like the guy that was always doing stuff in his backyard. I don't know how to do stuff in my backyard. Went over to Rob's. I said, listen, man, you know, can I borrow? It was one of those things that cut like stuff, like big scissors looking things, right? As y'all can tell, I don't do stuff in my backyard. Whatever those things are. And he said, yeah. He said, I'll be right back. And all I could hear when I walked in his house was, I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm not a dog person, but like, oh my God. That's all I'm hearing. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I look, and the dog is sitting in the kitchen next to the refrigerator. So I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, I don't know what the dog is doing. So he gives the stuff to me, the big scissors. I leave. I come back the next day to give the big scissors back. Stop laughing at me if you don't know what that is, but I'm not reading comments right now. So if you guys are typing in what the big scissors are, good for you. I don't know what it is. They're big scissors. So what happens is I come back, I go, Rob, I go, you know, when are we gonna get, I'm gonna read that. I go, Rob, when are we gonna get Annie and Nasida and Malaika together? Can I say something? The dog is sitting in the same place. Like, nah, and you know, it's not my dog. None of my business. I leave. The girls the next day were like, Daddy, can we go play with Annie? I said, yeah. I said, but you know, their dog was a little off. Let's go over together. We go over, we're in the doorbell. I'm like, hey, Rob. I'm like, oh my God, man. I said, hey, Rob, can I ask you a question? And he said, yeah. I said, why is your dog howling like that? Every day I've come the last 3 days, the dog is howling. And he's sitting right there by the refrigerator. And he goes, oh, he's sitting on a nail. He's sitting on a nail. Oh man, that hurts. He said, yeah, that's why he's howling. I said, why? Why doesn't he get up? He goes, because it doesn't hurt bad enough. So many of you are sitting on a nail, and it hurts enough for you to complain and complain and complain, but it doesn't hurt bad enough for you to get off your tail and go do another presentation. Calling it what it is. I'm here to tell you all. Some of y'all watch Jesse's trainings and you're like, Jesse's so much nicer than Muzafer. Yes, he will give you a hug. Me, I'm here to kick you in the tail. Now, you may not love it, but if you listen, you'll appreciate it when I help you get results. Jesse helps you get results as well. We have different styles. We're like the yin and the yang. I am a little very, very in your face forward, but I'll always tell you the truth. So many people I tell this to. I tell people what I did. And I tell the work that I did. Now, some of you are working careers, but you could still find a way to do a presentation, like one before you go to work, at lunch, after you get home. Yeah, but Muzafer, after I get home, I'm so tired. I get it. Muzafer, I'm financially not where I should be. I wish I was making more money, but you can't do a presentation. Yeah, but I was tired. I went to sleep. I'll do one tomorrow. Hey, Muzafer, how come no one in my business is working? Okay, how many presentations have you done? I'm just telling you guys. I told this young lady today, I said, this is what I did. I got a text message from Daryl going, hey, Maddie's on a call with a group of people talking about a presentation tomorrow. Can you do tomorrow? I said, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do tomorrow. So we're going to do a presentation tomorrow at 4 p.m. And they have a group of people they're putting on. Right now, they're doing call after call after call and bringing people to that presentation after call after call after call. I'm going to teach them the presentation over and over and over and over again. I want them to hear the presentation and learn it like a song. Learn the rhythm of the presentation. Learn when you're supposed to pause. Learn when you're not supposed to pause. You know, I heard Austin did a phenomenal presentation last Friday. I heard Roscoe did a killer presentation yesterday. I heard, like, I'm hearing about people's different presentations, right? The question is that how many of those presentations can we have happen every day? Like presentations where you're face-to-face or in person with somebody. Face-to-face is on Zoom. Guys, the video is only a beginning part. Listen, I either talk to you before the video, then you watch the video and I talk to you afterwards, or you watch the video and I talk to you afterward. Either way, we're talking before and or after, and I'm going to ask them. You know what I did when I talked to both Maddie and so when I talked to Maddie, when I talked to Daryl, when I talked to Rachel, when I talked to Natalie, when I talked to any of their folks, you know what I did? They all watched the video. You know what I did? I went through the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, but Muzafer, they watched the video. So what? Repetition is the mother of all learning. You see a lot of things more the second time around, and the PowerPoint is more detailed than the video. The video is nice and it's pretty and it has a lot of great stuff, but when somebody sees it the first time, they don't get 100% of the information. Great, I showed the video. Now let me present this. Let me present this to you. I'm going to present why this is the best opportunity in the world. Everybody wants a 6- and 7-figure income, but they're not willing to do the work that's necessary. But they are willing to. Man, next time you hear a dog howl, you're always going to think of me. Right? So we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. I'm telling you, from now to Atlanta, how many presentations can you do? Right? How many presentations from now to Atlanta? Right? If this is you, and I told you in Atlanta, right, it's mandatory you have one on your left and one on your right, or it's mandatory you have 2 on your left, 2 on your right, 5 on your left, 5 on your right, 10 on your left. People, actual bodies at this training called Playbook. Everybody wants to know what I did to create fast results. If I was you and the guy on the Zoom was a 7-figure earner and he gave me these numbers, I asked my daughter yesterday, she said, my teacher told me that I need to do this thing called MobiMax on the internet, and it helps me learn my subject. I said, okay. I said, what did your teacher say? My teacher said I should do 15 to 20 minutes. And I said, okay. She goes, I'm going to do 15. I go, mistake. She goes, but Dad, she said 15 to 20. I said, so why would you choose the lowest number? I said, sweetheart, you asked me a week ago. Do you remember? What did I do to create success? My youngest daughter asked me, what did you do to create success? I said, one of the things that I did is I did the little extra in front of the ordinary. That's how you have extraordinary success. Instead of doing 15 to 20, I would do a minimum of 21. These are the numbers I'm telling you. If my mentor told me, Muzafer, you could have 1 or 1, 2 or 2, 5 or 5, 10 to 10, I would push myself. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I have to do a call for a Korean team. I don't speak Korean. They have a translator. So I hate to end abruptly because it started 5 minutes ago and I was in such a zone with all of you. I didn't even realize. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Get to Atlanta, number one, get there. Number two, if you don't have one-on-one, one left, one right, going to Atlanta, get this done. Get this done first. If you have that done and there's still time, get this done. If there's still time, get this done. And if there's still time, get this done. 1, 2, 3, or 4, pick which one you're going to get done and get it done for Atlanta. And present, guys, present, present, present. We have one presentation for you that we're doing every single day, but you need to present. Okay, so with that being said, Austin, I'm going to turn it back to you, brother, because I got to get on this Zoom. I appreciate all of you. I love you guys. I can't wait to meet some of you at Playbook. I know some of us haven't had a chance to meet yet. I can't wait to meet you at Playbook. I'm excited to see what Maddie and Daryl and the team is going to do from now until Playbook. Like, they are running, and I can't wait for you and your new teams to be in the same situation. Austin, Z, baby, I'm going to turn the call back over to you. For everyone else, have a great night. God bless. See y'all soon.
I appreciate you, brother, for sure. So, folks, hopefully you took some notes. I'm going to go over a few of the notes that I took real quick. So one is 2020 vision will get you where you want to be. 20 left, 20 right. I know that sounds like a lot to some folks, but, you know, you can do that over time. Obviously, success loves speed, though, for sure. No means not right now. I've seen people that, you know, I spoke to about a business, and then 6 months to a year later, they just wanted to see if I was going to stick and stay. Stick with it, stay in the activities. Those that stick and stay get the pay 10 times out of 10. Follow up until, right? I say that there's only 2 ways that someone can get off my follow-up list. One is that they die. Okay, that's a for sure way. And 2 is that they're a goober and I don't want to work with them anymore. You know, so if they've got an attitude, because we multiply ourselves through others, our vibe attracts our tribe. Sometimes people disqualify themselves with their attitude. That's the only way to get off my follow-up list. He gave us some good stuff. And I love the looking zone. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but the looking zone, right? People go in and out of that looking zone. You never know when they're in that looking zone. And, you know, I've got several instances of people that were, you know, wasn't the right time when I spoke to them. But, you know, I just so happened to catch them when they're in that looking zone. And next thing you know, they're top producers. So you just continue the conversation, you know, care about the person, obviously, and you continue the conversation. And who knows, you might catch them in that looking zone. I love that. People will do what you do and not what you say do. I had a conversation with a leader's wife years ago, and I said, man, I wish I could sponsor somebody like that, like Joe. And she said, you need to be the leader that you want in your organization. And I really took that to heart. Lead by example, be the leader that you want in your organization. Show up on the calls, do the work, be the leader that you would like to have a check match from. And what I love is Muzafer was doing 5 to 10 presentations a day. Now he presented. There's a lot of folks that I know that they want the results, but they're not even doing a presentation. So 5 to 10 presentations a day when he first got started because he was hungry. I love that. Learn to present because you'll never go hungry if you know how to present, and you can always find someone to present to. That's so true. That's so true. Even Jim Rohn says, that his income multiplied when he learned how to present. And the last thing that I'm going to mention that I took, because I took a lot more notes than this, is, man, I've been there before. How many of you all have been there before where, the pain of your life, your job, your relationship, your whatever, the pain of your everyday existence, it's uncomfortable, it hurts, it whatever, but it doesn't hurt bad enough for you to do something about it. Jeez. I mean, I don't know why that resonated with me so much, but the pain of your life, or the discomfort of your life, the boredom of your life, whatever it is, it might hurt, but it doesn't hurt bad enough to do something about it. And then think about this is, if you're broke, one of my responses to someone saying that they don't have enough income, they don't have enough money to get started, is, I totally understand. How long have you been in the workforce? 10 years? Let me ask you a question. If you keep doing what you've been doing for the past 10 years, what do you think you'll be in 10 years from right now? And they always say, well, I guess I'll be broke. Like, yeah. How does that make you feel to be 10 years from now? You'll be what, 56? To be 56 and still broke, not able to spend $400 or $500 to start a side project to make some extra money, and man, it hurts. Does it hurt enough for you to do something that is uncomfortable or unfamiliar? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you keep getting what you've been getting. So folks, great stuff tonight. I took a ton of notes. Hopefully you did too. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of my family and friends out there in Atlanta, Georgia, February 24th through 26th. Book your travel, give your flights, be out there. You got to be under the spout where the information comes out, right? So I appreciate you. This concludes our Tuesday night training. Hopefully you got some incredible value. I'd love to see you post a takeaway in Team Synergy Agents Facebook group and tag myself and or Muzafer and let us know, what did you get? What was your takeaway? And we'll see you all in Atlanta. I appreciate you all. Have a good evening. Thank you.